Once you're back into your territory and you start using our tricks, tools and techniques and our systems and our plans, you are very quickly going to be able to build the business. And once you're building that business, this is a management franchise. At no point should you go out doing all the work. You might have to do a bit of holiday cover in the beginning as you're building your team, but you shouldn't be going out and doing any of the daily work. What we want from you is to start recruitment. Now, recruitment is the key to every cleaning company. Now, as we say, we can go out and find someone that cleans, but we don't want to find someone that cleans. We want to find a cleaner. It's a very particular skill set and something that most people don't understand unless you're in the industry. There is a big difference between a domestic cleaner, a commercial cleaner, an industrial cleaner, a deep cleaner, and all the other areas out there. We are looking for commercial cleaners. If we recruit correctly, they're going to stay with us a long time. Now, if you follow our systems, there are 8 points that we need to take them through before we bring them on board as a cleaner. We give you the scripts that you need to do those telephone interviews. We give you the scripts you need to do the onboarding. We give you the flowcharts you need of how to build out your cleaner network. But it's not just the cleaners you need. You need to start thinking bigger. Now, what I mean by thinking bigger is, when do you bring on a marketing manager? When do you bring on an operations manager? When do you bring on those supervisors? The way we do this is by building out that organizational chart. We give you a base one, we give you recommendations, but you need to be building this out yourself. You need to know what areas you want to fill first. Some people might love the sales and so bring in an operational manager first. Some people might hate the sales and so bring a sales manager on first. You have to decide for yourself who you want to bring on first. Now, cleaners, supervisors, given. From your operational team, when do you bring them on? As you build out your team as well, you need to know your business personality. Now, this doesn't mean I want to bring on people that like to go drinking on a Friday night because that's what I like. What we mean by this is, who are you in a business capacity? To me, I'm speed orientated and I'm driven. So when we bring on team members in our office, we have to make sure that they share those values. There's no point in bringing someone on who's slow paced. It's going to be a clash. We need to bring someone on who will meet us and grow with us. And someone who, if I turn around to them and go, we need to do A, B, and C by Friday, they're going to be able to achieve that. There are 10 different types of business personalities. The first one is driven. This is the most common characteristic amongst business owners and franchise owners. You're not going to start a business. We won't allow you to have a business if you're not driven to succeed. You want to make sure that you're driving this thing forward every waking minute of the day. Everyone you meet in a supermarket, everyone you meet at a networking event, every time your mum turns around and says, oh, so-and-so's just got a new job. Here's my business card, here's my information. Give me a call so I can come and do the cleaning. The next one is goal orientated. You need to make sure that you are goal orientated. Drive can only take a business so far, but if we don't know where we're going with the business, then we're going to never know how to get there unless we set these goals. We need to make sure they're SMART goals as well. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and in a certain time constraint. If we don't have the set goals, we don't know what steps we need to take to get us to the next stage. If you want to make £1 million in your business, you need to know what are the next couple of steps. Because if you're starting on zero going, I want to make £1 million, let's go. How? How many clients do you need? How many hours do you need? How long's that realistically going to take you? You're not going to do it in a month, but can you do it in a year? Is it going to take 2 years? Make sure you know your goals. Make sure you're driven by goals. Another key business personality is confidence. You have to be confident. If you go out and meet a client to do a quote or to close a sale or to bring on a team member, you have to be confident in what you're selling. One of the things we teach in Sparkle Franchising is we are selling a better option. We're not selling cleaning. There are lots of companies out there selling cleaning. What we are selling is a better option because of our system, because of the length of time we've been in business, because of our knowledge and expertise. We are providing a better service than that client is currently getting. Be confident in this every time you go out, every conversation you have with a potential client. You also have to be passionate. Now, you don't necessarily have to be passionate about cleaning toilets, but you have to be passionate about your business. You have to be there with pride and say, I am a cleaning company owner. I am a small business owner. You have to have that passion. You have to have that fire. You have to have the perseverance to move forward and build and develop constantly. Self-development, team development, business development. These are the key things, and you will never get them. However many goals you set, however much drive you have, unless you're passionate about what you're trying to achieve, you're never going to move forward. Make sure you're passionate. Budget-minded. Most small business owners, and I guarantee you will become included in this, become very savvy and knowledgeable about budgets. You have to be. You're investing your own money into this, and therefore you have to be confident that you can create budgets that are realistic and stick to budgets. We will obviously help you along this journey, and we will help you create these budgets. In fact, we give you your first set of budgets. But you will also be able to develop these and tweak these, and if you grow a bit quicker than expected, you're going to have to tweak them. We give you the tools, tricks and techniques to help develop this as well, and we put you through a financial training course when you first join us. But budgets, I love budgets. Budgets are great fun once you know what you're doing. Although you're going to have a mentor, you're going to have our training courses, you're going to have our systems, you have to learn to be self-reliant. If there's a problem at 4 a.m. in the morning and you try and ring someone, chances are they're not going to answer. You can look through our systems and try and find the answer. However, if it's something quite obscure, you may have to figure it out on your own, and therefore you have to become self-reliant. Now, everything in business is teachable, everything in business is learnable, but sometimes you have to go out on your own and do that self-development and do that learning yourself. You can't wait for us to give you the answers all the time. So make sure you're self-reliant, make sure you're comfortable going out and finding the answers. Self-reliance is great, but you need to also be able to ask for that help and be humble in the way you do it. There's no point in always being the biggest fish in the sea going, I got this, I know this, I've done this before. You may think you do, but realistically, do you? Now, one of the biggest things that I learned very early on is whenever I try and make a decision, an investment, I always find someone who's better than me. In Sparkle Cleaning, we outsource a lot of our marketing simply because I'm not a marketing expert, but the people we outsource to are. That's their job, that's their bread and butter. So they can be really accurate with every pound we spend, how much we get in return. That's why it's really important not to try and do everything yourself. Be comfortable where you are, be humble, and always ask for help and support. You must be resilient. You have to learn to be resilient in business. There are going to be ups and downs in business. In my second year of running Sparkle Cleaning, I lost £18,000 on a contract. Now, at the time, we weren't invoicing that much a month. Because of that £18,000 loss, I had to make 4 members of team redundant. That is hard to do, and it hit me very personally. And I did get upset and I did have a cry. But the thing to know is you take that learning, and this is a great thing of franchising. You can learn by my mistakes. Now, we lost that £18,000 because the company we were working for, they kept on saying to us, oh, we'll pay you next month, we'll pay you next month, we'll pay you next month. And I took them on their word. Suddenly we're 8-9 months down the line and that company goes bust. They go into administration. So now I'm not going to get some of that money, I'm getting none of that money. And we went to see a solicitor to see if there was anything we could do. And they basically said it would cost us more to take them to court to try and win some money because we are going to be so far down that ladder. You've got to learn to be resilient. What we did was we made those 4 redundancies, we went out, we won more contracts, then we bring those teams back. It was a hard thing to do, but you can't let it stop you. Now, the great thing about being part of the Sparkle Cleaning family is if this happens to you, you can pick up the phone to me and I can give you advice and guidance. I didn't have that at the time. So you have to learn to be resilient because you don't really know what's just around the corner. But you will never get anything that bad as long as you follow our systems. You have to be laser focused in that. Now, what we teach in Sparkle Cleaning is don't try and be everything to everyone. If you're doing sales, do sales. If your phone is going from a team member, listen to the answer phone message. If it's an emergency, deal with it. If it's not, ignore it. Build it into your default diary. Call them back between 3 and 4. That's your return call time. If a cleaner needs anything, call them between 3 and 4. Don't start doing it 9:05, 10:15, 11, 12, whatever it may be. If you're selling, sell. If you're marketing, market. Live your life by your default diary. Stay laser focused, build a business. The last one of our business personalities is to be open-minded. Now, once you start to build your business and you get the understanding of the financials and the growth mindset and everything else we've discussed, your end goal is unlimited. You can build the business to wherever you want to be. You can invest in other businesses. You can take on more territories. You can even bring someone else in to run your business whilst you pop off to Bahamas for a long week. The end goal is completely unlimited. Keep your mind open, plan that far in ahead, and keep telling everyone, this is what I'm going to achieve. Because the more people you tell, the more people are going to hold you accountable, and then the more realistic it's going to become.